Greetings and welcome to another episode of World Music Safari. In this edition, the Stroboe. So I've mentioned in the past that a lot of cultures will use materials that's readily available to them, such as the didgeridoo using eucalyptus. The doumbek uses a fish skin head on the top. We've seen python skin for the sanshin in the video in the past. Clay is routinely used, and even down in Trinidad when they make steel drums, they're just using readily available large oil drums to make their steel drums. So in this case, I traveled to my local tribe of burgerking and picked up a straw, and we're going to make a rudimentary oboe. It's going to function exactly like a real oboe or a real double reed, because we're going to make a double reed. And we're even going to put finger holes on it so we can actually play a little bit of a melody. I've pre-made one already, as you can see here, and it's got tiny little holes on it. And there's a tiny little double reed on the top that's almost shaped a little bit like a bishop's hat. But we're going to make one out of a straw, and yes, it will actually play. Now, it sounds kind of humorous, don't get me wrong, this is not something that sounds like an oboe, but it functions exactly like a double-reeded instrument. So here we go, let's do it. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of flattening out the straw to make it a little bit easier to cut. Take a snip on one side, right here. Flip it over, do a snip on the other side, and hopefully we have a nice little double reed that will vibrate nicely. All right, let's give it a shot. So I just used the tip of these scissors to kind of cut little diamond patterns in there, as you see, and then you can just pull it out. Same thing here, kind of make a little diamond cut, flip it over, cut the other side, and you'll see a little piece in there that you can just kind of pop right out. That's how I made the finger holes. Again, more holes you close, the lower it goes. Open up to go up. Same thing. This does not have an octave. Heck, I'm lucky to have notes that play. So as you can see, this is a pretty squirrely little instrument, but it functions exactly like an oboe. That little double reed up there and these little holes are allowing me to change the notes, such as they are. So as you can see here, I've made two of them, and they both play very differently. But one of my comments on the bottom was talking about making these out of Phragmites grass. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we actually happen to have that here in Florida. So my plan is to go harvest some out of Lake Seminole, battle the alligators, and see if I can make one out of the grass. They're a Greek instrument, kind of from that area. You can make the aulos out of them. I think I'm saying that right, but it's the double-piped Greek instrument that you'll see on the outside of some of the vases from that time period. But they're reeded instruments just like this. In fact, let's have a little fun. Let's see. I don't think it's going to work, but it was a good shot. The aulos ones are free reeds, so they have a lot more play. They don't have to have an embouchure on it because the reed is actually further inside of your mouth. I have to have an embouchure on both of these tiny little reeds here. So I don't think it's going to work, but I'm going to keep giving it a shot just because. Well, it didn't last very long, but I got it finally. Anyways, these work exactly like double-reeded instruments. So pick up some straws, hop to, go for it. You saw how fast I made one. I just made the little holes kind of in the diamond shape. They don't even have to be round, but they do play to a degree, and they're just a ton of fun, and the price is right for sure. Alright gang, well that's it for this episode of World Music Safari. Go grab some straws, make some instruments. The kids are going to love it, and mom and dad are going to hate it.